Okay, a check button. I don't know why they call it a check button. Everybody else calls it a checkbox, but it's a check button. On this one, we're going to introduce something new, and that is the concept of these variable objects. TK interface uses variable objects, one for each data type, to do something called bidirectional binding between a control and a variable in your program. So I'm creating a variable called measure system, and I'm telling it that it is a type string variable or string var. Okay, so a string variable just says we're creating a separate object, and this object is going to be accessible both from your program and from the control. And the way it works is whatever is in this, if you change it, it will also change the control. If I change the control by clicking it, then it changes the variable. So it's bidirectional binding. That makes sense? So I can programmatically change whether this is checked or not by changing the value of this. Or I can click this and it'll change the value of this in the program. So the check button, again, capital C, because it's a class. The class is check button. I give it a master. I give it text. That's the text that appears next to it. I give it a command. Okay. The command is optional, by the way. You don't have to have a command for a check button to work. I can have it execute a function, or it can just switch a value. Okay, so the variable, notice, variable equals, I'm pointing back to the string variable that I created up here. And then the on value and off value tell this variable, the measure system variable, if this is checked, then that variable equals the string metric. If it's unchecked, then it equals the string imperial. Okay, so let's build a check button really quick. Okay, so I'm going to say my check equals check button, and we'll say master equals my frame, and text equals checked, and notice we need to create that value. Okay, so my check string, or I'll say str checked equals string variable. So I'm going to say variable equals str checked. This is getting a little bit long here, so I'm going to just do it this way. This vertical formatting is a little bit easier to see. And I'm going to not give it a command. I'm just going to say on value and off value. On value. Now, I guess checked, maybe I want to use a Boolean variable. Okay, so Boolean variable tells this that it's a Boolean type, and then I can just use true and false. True, off value equals false. So that is what's necessary to create that checkbox. And now this variable is I should change that also. It should be internally consistent with what I'm saying here. So Boolean. Okay, so this will change from true to false when that's checked or unchecked. But also, if I change this somewhere in the program from true to false, it'll affect the checkbox because it's a two-way binding. And now my check grid, and we run that, and there it is, checked and unchecked. Now here's something we can do.